Welcome back to Misadventures Recap. And news just in, we finally have a new dungeon. We've been loving the content that has come out on it so far, and we hope you have too. But how about we have a look at some of our favourite moments from this week? Jojo seems to have quite a different experience in the new dungeon compared to her party.
Guys, this has been pretty relaxing for me.
Ooh, there's a check.
Wait, how do you get up?
Glad, Jojo.
Guys, where are you, TBH? Jojo, where are you?
Oh no! My God.
This is just getting worse, man!
No!
Avid finds himself in an unbelievably tense moment during the hide and seek event.
Oldest trick in the book, baby! I'm so scared. I'm so scared right now.
And Jimmy introduces us to the perfectly named NPCs of Isla Bonita.
Pina Colari. Lizzie! And who's this? Rub Marley. This is the masseuse, Rub Marley. Oh, Marley.
Also, we've seen your comments regarding adding subtitles to these videos, and we're on it. Don't worry, we'll be replacing those pesky auto-generated ones. That's enough rambling, let's get into this week's recap. But before we do, make sure you subscribe right now to stay up to date on everything Minecraft Misadventures. Let's recap.
With the help of Lizzie, Sausage's Dwarven Keep Mountain has now been hollowed out, ready for dungeon building. He describes his plans for giant bridges and pillars that will span the gap, before leading towards the main part of the dungeon. He gets tempted by diamonds into the bottom of the pit, but quickly has regrets.
You know what? I was in a series. Oh no. We don't need any warnings right now. Where are the shriekers at?
To stop Sausage from getting lonely, Lizzie allowed him to set up a form of fast travel as long as it's built into some immersive form that makes sense, which instantly gives Sausage the idea of building a second boat to match the one at the Riverwood hamlet. But of course, in Sausage fashion, a small boat needs an entire fishing village built around it too. While gathering materials, he becomes inspired by Joel, Lizzie, and Taneesha's Nether Portal speedrun builds from earlier episodes and wants a shot at one himself. And I think he might be our worst contestant yet.
Like that or something? Did I mess up already? Is it like that? And then we take it. Oh! So that goes here. That was my water. That was the water. Where is the... I lost my hole. Where am I? Did I just forget where it's right there. Hold on. I need to bring... The water's gone again!
He begins terraforming for the fishing village and builds the initial dock area. Some more terraforming later, he has some rocky retaining walls and a waterfall that already existed that he decided to keep but make more of a feature. And now onto the village building itself. I know this is a time lapse, but it's unreal how fast Sausage completes entire build projects that would take me weeks. He saves the interior building for his live streams, but tours the village so far, explaining ideas for even more NPCs with their own lore and goods to buy. And then of course tours the boat itself, introducing us to Captain Carlos, who will be driving the misadventurers to and from the Riverwood hamlet.
Martin hears the new dungeon is now live on the server and sets out to find it. The location is a secret, but with help from Cam, finds Maeve's cottage tucked away in a dark oak forest. He's suspicious of the fireplace, so decides to climb inside, but dies almost immediately. Maeve has a quest which Martin completes, and once you have enough reputation, you can then access her basement. There are tons of books on shelves, but one has a puzzle which eventually guides you to make an infernal elixir. This potion then allows you to safely walk through the fire and into the infernal descent dungeon. Eloise and Martin slowly make their way into the dungeon, finding various books full of lore, which are cut out of this video, but he does link to an uncut VOD in the description for anyone that wants to see everything in full. One of the books does potentially hint at an axolotl mount, but they save that for later. They fight blazes and wither skeletons and loot all of the chests that they can find, before finding 2 rows of wither skeleton statues flanking their path forward. Martin's suspicion of them coming to life is well founded, but they carefully fight one at a time and continue deeper into the dungeon. They find 2 sacrifice altars, asking for nether wart and magma blocks, but neither of them have any to find out what the rewards are. They also find a library locked away but need a key to enter, so decide to explore in a different direction. Martin finds and completes some chain parkour over a lava pit to find another sacrifice altar for a fire charge, as well as an ashy tunnel that slows, blinds and damages anyone who enters, so he leaves it for a future run. He finds a 2 of fire card, which is the first card we've seen since Muckshell's Ace of Turtle card, and while backtracking through the dungeon, finds the Infernal Library key. They find a 4th sacrifice altar for a block of gold before making their way back to the library. Inside, they find an Infernal Feline and an enchanted Infernal Apple.
Hi, I'm InTheLittleWood, and welcome to Jackass. Today I'm going to eat an infernal, enchanted Infernal Apple. Infernal Snack. It's given me
How do you feel?
Weakness 3, Regen 3, Absorption 5, and Resistance 2. And that's your lot.
They make their way into the final boss room, quickly solving the puzzle which summons Maeve Emberheart. They dodge rings of fire and kill her summoned blazes which drop blaze rods, finally giving the Misadventures access since nether fortresses aren't enabled in the resource world. They eventually kill Maeve Emberheart and have access to one of the 2 bonus loot chests at the end, where Martin finds a 5 of fire. After lighting the ring of candles on the ground, they exit the dungeon. Martin scrolls through the in-game advancements to see what other objectives they might have missed, and asks for theories on what to feed the librarian cat to earn its trust.
Jimmy is escorted by Lizzie to one of the many new additions to the server this week, the Maryport Bank, before jumping straight to another new addition, the completed Isla Bonita. He's first met with a new advancement, which prompts him to find a whole new tree of various island advancements. He meets Wandering Willie, a trader and the owner of the crashed ship, but that's not the only new island inhabitant.
Look at the parrot sitting on the bamboo. Rod! Rod is in! Oh my god!
Jimmy finds another vendor and buys his decorative sea pickle, before finding Maxwell von Lux, the billionaire owner of Isla Bonita. After hearing Joel's feedback from the boys' spa day, it was requested to add more polar bears to the island, so we've been gifted Paulo. We meet Aloe Sandy and find our various mask recipes dotted around the spa, before meeting Pina Colari and Rub Marley at the rooftop lounge. Lizzie really has a way at naming NPCs. Jimmy completes Rod's quest of catching 15 Bonita Codita, rewarding him with a new hot rod and 15 fire coral, which will be useful later. Paulo also has a quest for honey milk lotion, which sends Jim on a journey to make all the spa crafts for the new advancements. With the help of Martin, he almost has all the ingredients needed, but just needs a pitcher plant from his junkyard, which gives him the chance to show yet another new addition.
Here it is! Timmy's Tonk Yard? Who changed it to Timmy's Tonk Yard? Who's done that? I've been pranked. I've been seriously pranked.
He makes Paulo his honey milk lotion as well as the other masks, but finds a couple of the advancements are broken for now. After feeling rejuvenated, he cuts to stream footage of him, Avid, and Scott finding and completing the new Infernal Descent dungeon. It began with help from the Watchmaster sending them east. They find the cottage, solve the potion puzzle, and enter the dungeon. Avid finds the lava geysers, which he actually coded himself. These help players reach a bonus chest and also provide a route which can skip a lot of mob spawns. With a slightly different approach to Martin and Eloise, Scott wakes up all the Wither skeleton statues at once, and they just about survive. Scott attempts the chain parkour, and eventually makes it across. He crawls his way through the blinding tunnel just to appear behind them again. They find the final boss room and defeat Maeve Emberheart, just for Jim to do this.
Let's light these, see if anything happens. Oh, I'm guessing that's how you get it. I'm an idiot. Didn't even loot the chests.
Jojo, Drift, Sev, and Taneesha meet up for girls' night and set out to complete the new dungeon. They follow the Watchmaster's direction east, but maybe a little too far east.
Oh my god, I see it! I see it! Right here!
Oh,
Drift!
I saw
Go
that
left!
too, I saw that too.
Oh my god!
Wait, are we sure this isn't just a sausage build?
But with the help of Lizzie and Avid, they eventually find Maeve's cottage. After digging through several books and Sev putting her body on the line, they eventually figure out how to access the basement and make the elixir. They enter the dungeon and make their descent. Jojo quickly finds the Infernal Library key while the others are running for their lives.
You survived this!
Yeah, I think I gotta book it. I gotta book it through the Witherspoon area.
Same, I'm booking
I
it.
see all the
Just book it.
places.
Jojo finds the Ace of Fire playing card and completes the lava parkour. She crawls through the ashy tunnel and finds a candle surrounded by redstone, but doesn't have anything to light it with. She regroups with the others and together they enter the Infernal Library. She finds an enchanted Infernal Apple and the Infernal Feline, before stealing as many books as she can and moving onto the final boss room. After a very cinematic battle, they defeat Maeve Emberheart and exit the dungeon.
It's date night for Lizzie and Joel as they decide to take on the new Infernal Descent dungeon, and before they can even get there, it's off to a rocky start.
Oh, you can sit down. Hey,
Hi.
lady.
Do you maybe want to sit at the same table as me?
Yeah, sorry.
I got you a little rose wine that might come in handy later. Yeah. Oh, wait, why would you drink it now?
Oh!
After getting directions from the Watchmaster, they arrive at Maeve's cottage. Since Lizzie made this dungeon, she lets Joel solve all the puzzles, with just a couple nudges in the right direction.
I think this Maeve character requires further investigation. There's something suspicious going on here.
Joel joins the list of misadventures to burn to death out of curiosity, but eventually realizes Maeve has a quest. Lizzie's quest takes her to the Nether, which means another Nether portal speedrun attempt. It's an unorthodox method, and she forgets her flint and steel again, but at least it went better than last time. She completes her quest and reconvenes with Joel to solve the elixir puzzle. They enter the dungeon and date night is well and truly underway.
It's getting hot in here. So hot, So take off all your clothes. I am getting some iron.
Ooh, let me get some too.
They expertly cross the lava stepping stones and fire charge alley, but then unfortunately, the Wither Skeleton statues put an abrupt end to date night. But don't worry, it looks like the plans for date night 2 are already in motion.
Maybe next week we meet at the Copper Golem and we take on the Lost Crypt together.
Oh, just me, you, and...
A load of bones.
Okay, right, well...
Lizzie checks her mail and becomes only the second player to laugh at a Taneesha joke. She tries to solve the riddle someone left for her, but gives up only 10 steps in. Inspired by all this mail, she decides to write Joel a love letter, letting him know how much she enjoyed their date night.
Taneesha's joke subscription service has gotten off to a rocky start, but she reveals the real money is made with a hidden unsubscribe fee that costs even more than the initial cost to sign up. She gives Martin and Jimmy another preview joke and it goes exactly how you'd expect.
What did Steve name his fishing rod?
Do I guess?
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
All right, can I have a little think?
Yeah, because I'll have a think as well.
Steve
What did Steve
named-
name his
Steve
fishing
named
rod?
his fishing rod. I'm thinking too much into it. I think.
Yeah.
You definitely are.
Give me the joke. Go on.
And the answer is... Rod. All right, yeah, brilliant. Good.
Is it Rod?
Yeah, it's just
Genuinely,
Rod.
I hate everything about that. I hate it. Burn the paper. Burn it. Burn it!
She cuts a deal with Martin for delivery and gets to writing the joke book samples. She writes 3 variations and after some not so positive reactions, does get her first paying customers, Avid and Sev. She finishes her episode back on the Toxic Island with a giant custom slime tree build with plans to work on the surrounding town soon.
Scott welcomes Fwip to Soulspire to get a quote on a custom tree build before touring the rest of the town. He checks his mail to find an invite to Cam's murder mystery event, where his target is Ren, but must get him to sing before being allowed to kill. Scott thinks this will be easy, but Ren immediately gets suspicious just from Scott saying hi.
Hi, Ren.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Good. How are you?
Hi, Scott. You're surprisingly friendly.
I'm always
Any
friendly.
reason why?
Look.
Scott enters spy mode and finds out several people's targets, and after a failed attempt on his life with gravel, finds out he is Taneesha's target. After being outed, Taneesha joins Scott's team and they decide to stage a happy birthday sing-along, which goes about as well as it could have done.
Guys, did you know it's Taneesha's birthday today? And she just wasn't saying anything?
No,
Happy
don't.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taneesha. Happy birthday to you.
No!
That was so easy. He actually started the happy birthday. That was great.
They finish the party with a round of hide and seek where Scott makes a clutch getaway, but eventually gets found again by Jojo.
Avid's episode begins at the Riverwood Hamlet for Cam's murder mystery event. His target is Taneesha, but he must get her to say the phrase, "I don't care," before he is allowed to kill her. He also has a bonus quest of getting as many misadventurers to quote Lady Gaga song titles as possible, earning him 1,000 gold for each one. He hangs out with Taneesha and comes close to getting her to say the phrase, but switches focus to the side quest. But after many attempts of asking people their favourite coffee, the players are far too paranoid to answer any questions in fear it will get them killed. Avid witnesses a brutal ambush as Ollie and Martin murder Shelby in cold blood, and shortly after becomes the next victim of the murder party for being the last player to pick up Sev's hot potato.
Wait, Sev, I already picked up the potato, though.
I threw it out through the wall.
I've got the potato.
Yeah, but that didn't count because I didn't hand it to you.
They end with a round of hide and seek, which usually ends with the hiders falling to their death, but this time, it's the seeker.
Hi, Avid.
Doss,
I see you.
you're not gonna jump down. There's no way you can make that jump.
I can make that jump.
There's no way you can.
I did it!
Oh my gosh!
One chase and a terrifying close miss later, he is eventually found by Jojo. Avid crashes the weekly cult sacrifice and finally gives in to the FOMO, offering himself as a sacrifice to join the cult of Ding. He's given the cult name Brother Doing, but I think he might have to fight Jojo for it. He ventures north to Lizzie's Crystal Hollow fishing spot, where he fishes up diamonds and tries the new delicacy that is cooked axolotl, hoping this doesn't upset some secret axolotl faction. That's it for this week's Misadventures recap. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like and subscribe, but most importantly, let us know down below what your favourite moments have been. We'll see you in the next recap.